Robert Drury back again on my quest to get to 2200. I am currently at 2105, and let's see if we can get us a game. And we're going to try a 1510 game, and we will see if we can actually get somebody that wants to play it. Most of the time, people don't want to play 1510. And I will give it I'll probably give it another minute. I'll give it a minute, and we will see if anybody takes me up on it. Okay, that's interesting. We actually got an opponent. Looks like he's been on here for around 5 years. He starts off with E4. We will play B6, which is the start of Owen's defense. And he brings us a bishop now. Now, once he brings his bishop, I'm sorry, he brought his pawn up, but once he brings his bishop up here, we play G6. And if he pushes the F pawn, we will push. But once he plays the knight, now we can go ahead and continue with our setup now. I can't push the E pawn because if I do that, he's going to bring his bishop right here. And I don't have the ability to block because he could plop his bishop in on F6. So what we will do, we'll finish out our bishop first. All right, now I can play E6 because the bishop coming to here would be blocked by the knight, but he blocks his own piece in. So let's continue with our Hippo setup. And all right, so he's going to line up this direction. We are going to push this pawn. Yeah, let's see. Now let's just go ahead this way. We'll push this pawn before we move our knight away. All right, so now if I want to move this knight here, I got to push this pawn because I don't want the bishop to slide in here and exchange bishops out. All right, he's continuing with the setup. He's moving awfully fast too. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Let's go back. Rapid. He's 53% win rate. So, all right, let's go back. All right, now if he's going to bring the knight to here, I can't push this and this. And I may end up having to bring it this direction with the with like a Sicilian type of push. Now I assume he's going to bring a knight into here. This bishop comes here. I'll just kick it out. And I'm probably going to look for the C push, the C5 push. Because I mean my usual plans, I mean I don't have this. This is protected. And what I will do, I'll push C5, and we will push right here in this. We will push C5. He doesn't have any pressure right here. He does now. He does now. Okay. If I was to push here, he takes, I take. If I come in here, he could push. All right, what do we do here? Take. He takes. What do we do? I don't want to push here. He takes. He may come over here. Right, what do we do here? I come in here, he can push here. Let's just move it and protect. He comes in here. He comes here. We have to take. That's gonna drop here. He takes, I take. This is annoying. I gotta admit, this is annoying here. If I push, he takes, I take, takes. All right, let's do this. We're trying our best to knock that guy out of there. May have to push. Oh my gracious, he is annoying as can be. All right, good Lord. Let's push him out. He is just damned annoying. Oh my gracious. All right, let's push. Let's push here. You don't come in here. I got a sidestep. I threaten to push here. He's probably going to push. All right. Just take. Let's do that. Let's take. And let's push. Like I said, he's annoying as hell. All right, let's. He's threatening this. All right, if I take, he takes here. Let's do it. Let's take. Takes with the rook, we'll push. Or will we push? Maybe we come in here. Or maybe you do this. I'll push here. Yeah, drop here. Let's do this. Let's push them out. Okay. Let's go here. We're going to protect. I'm also hitting in here. And then I'm going to bring this guy here. He drops back. All right, let's do here. He's got this. He's got that. He's got that. He's got that. What the hell? Let's go here. Protecting. And he takes there. Let's hit it. Don't come up in here. All right, let's get him out of there. I don't need that. I don't need that going on. right, let's protect here. All right, so what have I got? Somehow I feel that I've kind of messed this up. Okay, let's go here. Threatening this. And push. Drop here. Let's go here. Let's go here. I'm in here. Take. All right. Did not expect that. Okay, let's come here. We're threatening this. Let's come in here. Shoot. Push. He takes. Oh, God. I'm giving up. I'm giving up the. He's gonna come in here. Motherfucker. Getting ugly. I wonder. Yeah, I saw that coming. There we go. All right. Let's see. He's gonna come in here. What are we doing here? Boom, boom, boom. Take. He takes. I'm in trouble. I'm in so much trouble. Here. Here. Over. Oh, look at that. He is a dog. Push. He comes here. Go here. All right. Plan on coming here. Can't take. Can't take. If he comes here, I just take. Okay, there he comes. There he comes. I'll go here. He gives me a check. I'll go here. Takes. All right, so what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 6 pawns to 5. If I take there, he takes. I push. Or I take. A frickin' pawn down. All right. He's going to push. That's the problem. If I come here and he pushes, if I push here, comes here, if I go here, oh, he's going to come here. My God, this is ugly. Oh, wow, if I push here, he takes. I think that may be all I got. He comes in here. I'm threatening here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come in here. Check. All right. Comes in here. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? It's got this. Comes in here. I just got to take. I take. He takes. I resigned. All right, so let's take a look at this. This is an interesting game. All right, up to 21-13, and let's just take a look at the game review for a moment. All right, neither one of us played particularly well. Looks like he made a few blunders and I made some blunders. All right, but let's get back to the game. And he resigned in this situation. He resigned, and I assume that he'd play that particular move. And oh, now I've got to watch that screen, but I'll fix that in a minute. If he did that, I could take here, and I mean, if he takes, I take, takes, and he's just down. All right, but anyway, let's get this. All right, let me get the game back. Let me get the game back. All right, let's get the game back on here, and let's go over this game. All right, so he plays e4, and I play typical Owens defense, and I'm going to morph it into a hippo. He brings his pawn up. Now my bishop comes out. Now once he brings his bishop to here, I play the g-pawn move. If he had brought his knight to c3, then I would have played the e6 out and brought a bishop out to try to pin. And let me see if it'll wash it. I hope it won't wash the screen, but let's just take a look. All right, it doesn't wash the screen out, so I can show you. All right, so if he brings this knight around, I'm going to do this, and then if he was to push this direction, like something like that, I could pin him. All right, But let's go back. He brings this bishop up, so I will push g6. And now, and this prepares the ability to push the f pawn. Let's say he was to push the f pawn, I was to push. And a lot of people think they can take back here, take like this, and end up getting me in trouble. They go for an attack. But you got this. And then if he goes this, I can't take back like this because he just checked. It's over. But what I can do is I can push this, and it keeps the queen from coming in right away. And it prevents this, and now I can still win the rook. So that doesn't tend to work. Now, if he was to decide not to take it, let's go. If he was to decide to defend, for instance, if he brought us, let's say he brought us queen over or even this knight over, I can either take or I can choose to ignore it and play more developing moves. In this situation, they want you to take. It says it's best to take. Now, if he was to bring his knight, let's say he brought his knight right there, and the engine would prefer you just play e6 and keep everything intact. And I actually did a study. Started a study on this, and it's after this move, if they don't take, it can be quite complicated because you have a lot of different options on whether you take here or don't take. But that's for another day and a study. All right, so now let's go back. All right, so when he plays his knight here. Now I'm in a situation. Well, let me back up. All right, he plays his knight here, and now if I play the e6 move, which is a move in the Hippo, he can bring his bishop here, hit my queen, and I don't have this move anymore because he just comes in here. So in that situation, I'd have to move my queen over, and it's just not a good place for you to be in the hippopotamus defense. So with that, I got two choices here. I can bring my bishop out, or I can push the d6 pawn and bring a knight out before I move these pieces over here. But it's quicker just to bring the bishop out. Now he's kind of reinforcing the center. So now I can continue with my D or E or D pawn, and I choose the E pawn, and because I'm wanting to get the king side over here developed quicker. All right, well, I didn't do it. I could have went ahead and put this here, but I went ahead and played D6. He brings his bishop up, and now I got to be watching out for the bishop moving to A5. But I've got a knight and a bishop there, so I don't have to worry about it just yet. So I take the moment to go ahead and bring my knight around. Now the engine actually prefers the knight coming here. It's not typically part of the Hippo though, so bring our knight to a E7. Now he castles, and now I play the A pawn move because I'm wanting to bring the knight out, and I do not want the bishop. All right, I'll show you. If I come here, he can bring his bishop here, and I'm basically either move my bishop up or I got to take. And that's not what we want. We want to keep our bishops alive. So in this situation, we just push our pawn up. All right, now bring this rook over. I'm finishing my Hippo setup. Now once he puts the knight here, generally it will come back to G3, and that will kind of clamp down on the H5 square. Okay, I castle. Now he pushes A6. Now here, engine prefers E5. We could have played it, but we would like to have them make the push. if they're going to push if they're going to push the 2 E or D pawn, we would rather have them push. But in this situation, we can push C5. And let's see, the engine actually gave that is the second choice. Push C5. He brings his bishop down. Now this one's like, all right, what do I do? I can take, which is what the engine likes. I can push E5. Not about E5, I just didn't like it. And I chose knight to F6, which is not, it's not the best move. He just brought his rook over. And now I brought my knight over to hit his bishop, and he just brought his bishop to G5. So now I'm pushing to get the bishop back out. And now I could play C. I could go queen to C7, and I chose to push the F pawn, which it's not good. The engine hates it. It just says E takes F, knight takes F. But he took the other way. And here the F pawn taking gives black an advantage. He moves his bishop down. Now E takes F3. I could have went ahead and taken here. And I mean, he could have given me a check. Let's see. If I take, he gives me a check. And now I've got to run away. And he can't take back. He can't take back. And he's got to move his queen away. So he moves this, like for instance, if he takes back, we just do this. He moves his queen away. Let's say he moves his queen here. And now here. So I need to slow down and look at things. And what I saw was the threat, and I just responded with D5, which was not it's. I still got the advantage, but the other way would be just winning. Brings this knight around, and now bishop taking the knight out was the way to go. He brings his rook down. Now bishop B takes C5, and that pushes the rook out. So that's what I ended up playing. He dropped this rook back, and now my queen gets out of the way because I'm wanting to take here. And he just drops back. And now, knight to F5, king to H7. I've got a significant advantage. Now here, I thought, well, he could just play here, but if it does, I just take. All right, now he brings his queen over. So now I'm like, hey, what am I doing here? It's simple, just king up. But instead, I play my queen over, and now he could just take here. So I lost my advantage right here. And now I don't have much of an advantage. I took to get him out. He took back with the knight, and I've lost every bit of the advantage. Bring my rook over to protect here. He brings his rook down, and I bring my knight in to hit the rook. And now what I do is I plant my knight in on D3, and the engine actually does not have that as one of the top moves. And in actuality, let's see what it says. It just gives black the advantage here, or white the advantage. He takes though, take back. And now he's going to have pressure on me. Bring my bishop down. I'm wanting to move this away. And now he attacks over here. I defend, but now knight to G4 causes all kinds of problems. And here, watch just, he's crushing me. So bring my rook over. I've got to defend this square. And he brings this rook over. So now it's just getting worse. Bring my queen over. And now just knight takes h6. And I can take here. All right, so knight takes h6. I take. And now he takes. No, he can't take because I didn't take his queen. What he does, he takes here, then I take, and then he takes in, and he's just winning. But he gives a check there, which allows me to just move my king away. And we're basically even. Now he brings this bishop down, and he's wanting to take here. I bring my rook over because I'm wanting to get into the game. And now he just brings his pawn down. And I thought about this move for a while and just finally just push. Just push because, now I'm threatening this. If he gives me a check, I just take. Ugh. But he moved this queen back. And I hit him this direction and he resigned. But in actuality, if I'd have done this, he can't even pin because then I still got this, or I've got take rather. So, but once he moved that away, rook at a to f7 was actually the engine's best move, but rook takes works just as well. The problem with this move is he could come here, and I just take. And then if he takes like this, I would take, he takes, and then I would just win the piece back. And it was over at that point. All right, but with that, I'm up to 21-13, and I will see you on the next video.